Get ready to witness some mind-blowing encounters where cops try to impose their own laws, but got instant karma instead. So let's get it on. This man was filming a police station when a cop approached him and started asking him questions. He first introduced himself as Sergeant Christian Rogers before coming into contact with the man, but the man wanted to see his ID with his address on it. Sergeant Rogers didn't want to give him that and just asked to see his ID instead. The man then proceeded to give him some free lessons in law, and the sergeant just stood there with a confused look on his face. The sergeant explained that he wanted to identify the man because he was filming the police station, but the man reminded him that it's not against the law to do so. He told the sergeant that the only time he would be required to give his ID is if he was committing a crime, had committed a crime, or he was about to commit a crime. The sergeant just laughed the whole time and kept insisting to see the man's ID. He thought he could get away with giving unlawful orders, but he got educated instead. And instead of admitting he was wrong, he kept demanding to see the man's ID even though the man was exercising his First Amendment protected right.
Sergeant Christian Rogers.
No, your ID with your address and all that on there.
My CRD.
So what you want to see my ID for?
Filming our police station.
Is that against the law?
Officer Rogers.
That's against the law? What law is it against?
Officer CRD.
Because I thought Florida...
I'm identifying you, sir.
I thought Florida Penal Code 901.151 states the only time I must present ID to you is when I'm in the commission of a crime, about to commit a crime, or have committed a crime.
So
That's Florida Penal Code 901.1.
Well, go ahead and investigate.
I don't have to investigate. I don't have to communicate. No, you're not saying my ID.
Yes, I do.
No. Not until you can tell me what crime. What crime have I committed?
Can be seen from public. Absolutely.
Right. So what crime have?
I just want to know why you guys are filming it.
None of your business. None of your business.
You know what? That's not even necessary. If you want to know why we're filming it, I just told you.
You're not saying my ID.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, so that's fine.
I'd like to identify you guys. Look,
You don't need to identify me. Who are you?
Some more cops showed up and the man asked them all about their names and badge numbers. The man then went back to the sergeant and asked him about the reasonable suspicion. The sergeant kept repeating the same thing over and over again. Kind of makes you wonder if he even heard of the Constitution or the First Amendment. So there he was again, trying to laugh everything off, but you can just sense how nervous he was. He definitely didn't expect to come across the man who knows the law better than him. The man then told the whole crew of cops that they were surrounding him and that they should be doing their job instead of demanding IDs from law-abiding citizens who are just exercising their rights to film in public. The other cop then started talking about suspicious activities, but the man educated him as well by saying that the Supreme Court says that you can't deem a lawful activity suspicious. The sergeant then put his own 2 cents on the matter by, yeah, you guessed it, repeating the same thing he had been saying all along. He did admit that the suspicion was not a crime. The man asked him if what he was doing was against the law, and he confirmed that it wasn't, which is why the man dismissed him on the spot and proceeded to ask other cops for their names and badge numbers.
What's your name and your badge number? What's your badge number?
What's your name?
Thank you. What's your name and your badge number?
You don't have a name. 92. Okay.
And your name and your badge number?
Your buddies call you D. My badge number?
Yeah.
92, sir.
92.
And your name and your badge number?
Is there a legal reason you want my ID? Or do you just want to identify?
My badge number is 564.
Thank you.
So you're
It's suspicious? No, I don't. No, because the Supreme Court said you can't deem
So you're saying-
a lawful activity
You're saying
suspicious.
every day somebody's out here filming our back of the station, 2 guys.
Probably.
Just filming the back of the
But that don't make it suspicious.
It's alarming us.
To whose definition?
To our safety.
Okay, but let me ask you a question.
Absolutely.
Is suspicion a felony or a misdemeanor?
Suspicion?
Yeah.
Suspicion is not a crime.
So it's not a crime, so it's not a law, so you don't have anything to enforce.
Suspicion is filming the back of our facility. Facility, absolutely.
Okay, but is that against the law?
I didn't say it was against the law.
Okay, then thank you. What is your name and your badge number? And your name and your badge number?
1006.
Thank you. What is your name and your badge number, Sergeant?
Right now.
What is your name and your badge number, Sergeant?
Can I speak with him?
Well, then you kick rocks. Make sure you don't talk to me then.
He then went on to ask one of the cops about Florida Penal Code 901.151, and the cop just shook his head as if he'd never heard of such a thing. While he was doing so, another cop sneaked up on the man, and the man had to call him out on that. One of the cops then wanted to know why the man was there and what his purpose was, and the man was patient enough to explain everything one more time by saying he was exercising his right to film stuff. Then another sergeant joined them and wanted to cop-splain stuff to him, but the man didn't want to talk to him because he didn't want to identify himself. He told everyone once again that they had no authority over him because he didn't commit any crime and reminded them that he was just filming. The sergeant seemed to understand that, which is why all of them left the man alone. It took them long enough, but better late than never.
Give me Florida Penal Code 901.151. Give me that penal code. Hey, man. Hey, man, why you walking up behind me like that, man?
You're impeding traffic, sir.
That's not cool, man. Don't walk up. You got a gun, man. Don't walk up behind me like that. I know you be cool, but I'm just saying, don't walk up behind me like that.
You guys want to make a scene? You guys want to...
No, you're making a scene. We didn't approach anybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 police officers, but we're making a scene.
You guys are filming on $300 phones. If you want to film for professionally and you want to get a good scene,
A $300 phone.
good equipment and film.
This is a Galaxy S7, buddy. This phone was $900.
But what's your purpose, bro?
Hey, listen.
So what?
What is your purpose?
Let me talk to you.
Like,
To
no,
come
man,
out.
to me,
I told you already. I told you already.
I just want you to.
I wanted to come out and exercise a free right. Freedom. I wanted to come out and exercise freedom and see how this guy's going to respond to me. And that's exactly what happened.
All right, do me a favor, come talk to me, will you?
No, I don't want to talk to you. You didn't want to identify yourself. I don't want to talk. Anything you can say to me, you can say in front of my friend here. Because until you guys tell me what law I'm breaking, you have no authority over me.
First of all, we have the authority granted to us by the law. We never said you were breaking the law.
Right.
Okay?
So, and again, I'm going to say, until I break the law, you have no authority over me.
And he's a sergeant.
And he's a sergeant.
But after we told you that I didn't want ID, why did you arrest
You
me?
told me I was going to give it to you.
In any way, shape, or form, or
Yes, you were. If your camera's rolling down.
Not really. We just want to record and be left alone.
All right, have fun. Did I give you a hard time at all?
Can you take this officer with you, please? 'Cause I'm tired of hearing him talk.
Yeah, we're all done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I really wish you guys would have never approached us. Either just say hello, how you doing? Because this is the image that the rest of the world is going to see of the Pembroke Pines Police Department.
The image they're going to see of you. Thank you, sir.
No, you
Okay. All right.
came here to do a job that was never done.
Here, a cop pulled over this man, and when asked about the reason for the stop, he revealed it was because of disorderly conduct. The man asked him about his name and badge number, and after a bit of hesitating, he revealed just that. The man obviously didn't want to answer his questions, which is why the cop told him to stay inside the car until the backup arrived. When the cop returned to his car, the man asked him if he could just leave because it wasn't his jurisdiction. The cop didn't allow him to go, which is why the man asked for his supervisor. When the supervisor arrived, the man got out of the car and asked the supervisor to educate the cop. This is where we learned that the cop stopped the man because he was flipping him off. The man reminded them that it's not against the law to do so. The two cops had no other choice but to agree, and they told the man that he was free to leave. The first cop thought he could get away with violating this man's rights, but he got instant karma instead, as he was humiliated by this educated citizen. On top of that, he probably got schooled by his supervisor later. Let's just hope that this cop learned his lesson and that he won't be harassing anyone in the future.
3875, send me another unit, please.
What'd you stop me for? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge
Name's
number?
right there.
What is your name? Speak your name to me. I can't read.
Officer Novotny, what is your name?
I don't answer questions. What did you stop me for? What did you stop me for?
Huh? For disorderly conduct.
No, I don't think so. No,
You're Mr. Clanchar, aren't you?
I don't answer questions.
Stand by.
Am I free to leave? You're out of your jurisdiction. Am I free to leave? Am I free to leave? You pulled me over in Westwood. Am I free to leave? You pig. Yo, pig, get me a supervisor. Yo, Piggy, I'm asking for a supervisor. I am. Well, then you better get your chief here. You're out of your jurisdiction. Okay? You want to go on this sword, you're gonna. Hey, Tom. Officer Dowdell, am I free to leave? I don't have to ID. Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. I love you, buddy, but I can do that, right? Protected First Amendment free speech. Could you educate him, please? Can I step out? Wait, am I free to leave? Then I'm just as free to stay. Tom, I would appreciate it if you would educate this pig bastard mother who pulled me over for flipping him off. Please, would you? What did you tell him?
Have a good day.
No. I have the freedom of speech, okay? I can say what I want, and I can do this to you all I
Go right
want,
ahead.
okay?
You go right ahead.
That's right.
You're free to leave. Have a good day.
And I'm free to stay, too,
Absolutely.
okay? Don't think this is the end of this, okay? You violated my First Amendment right to free speech, you piece of... I'll be over for the police report, too, okay? I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Next up, we have a man just working on a car in a parking lot where 2 cops approached him and started harassing him with a whole bunch of questions, despite the fact that he hadn't done anything wrong. The man started educating them, telling them that they can't just ask him who he was or ran his ID without probable cause. He also told them that they needed reasonable suspicion for him to identify himself. The cops went on about him being suspicious, which is when he showed him that he was just working on a car. One of the cops then started making up stories, basically going to great lengths to try to prove his point. But as you can imagine, he couldn't even do that right. The man then proclaimed that he was afraid of them because they kept getting close to him. They did back off a little after that, and the man just told them that he was going to give them his ID because he didn't want any problems.
Is it stolen? Is it stolen? I'm out with me. Is it stolen?
But we don't know who me is.
But you can't just stop me and ask me who I am and run my ID without probable cause of anything. I'm not trespassing. I'm not trespassing.
How do we know that?
Because I just told you, no one called in the no one called you and said I'm trespassing. Wait a minute. He asked me whose truck this was, right? And I said, okay. And I told him the first and last name of the man's truck, right? He calls it on the radio. Did you just not call it in? And it came back. And it
know what we're doing.
And wait, time out though. Wait, listen. And it came back. His name came back on the radio.
This can be easy and simple, bro.
I think you're trying to violate my rights, man.
We're not violating your rights.
And the reason I'm recording is because I told him I'm gonna step back because you keep getting close. I'm not doing anything wrong.
I'm
okay?
allowed to get close, okay?
Yeah, but why would you want to create a problem here?
I'm not creating a problem. We just want to know who I'm with, man. That's it, dude.
I don't think it's fair. I don't think it's fair that you can just come back here and ask me my name and stuff, man. I'm not doing nothing.
I got a question, man. Right? We're gonna give you a situation. So say a business is closed, right? Like this, right? So say like a gas station, right?
This is private property.
That's still business, though.
Okay, but I have permission to be back here.
Our job is not just to go to so a home at night. If someone's behind the house, okay, wait, that's suspicious person. We go talk to them.
I'm suspicious for working on a car. Okay, here, let me get this on video and I just told him. He just seen my back of my plates. He ran my plates, and this is not your car. So now he's fishing and trying to figure out whose car this is and whose car that is. I told you whose car this is. But look, you got the hood up, okay? The hoods are up, jumper cables attached. So how do I look suspicious, huh?
Okay, dude.
And I told him the truth. I think legally I shouldn't have to give you my ID for.
You do though.
Why?
So we get the ID, right?
Okay.
We get the ID, right?
Look,
then we're going with our day.
Look, okay, this is going to end peacefully. This is going to end peacefully. I'm going to give you my ID because I don't want to prevent. I'm in the back of a business. It's dark.
Listen,
I'm a black man. I'm by myself.
It's not about
you guys got guns.
It's not about. It's not
so
about.
I'm just doing. I think my right being violated.
All right.
Can you join this? Because I want to act. Can I talk to you, sir?
Listen. I'm talking to you, man. Relax.
I'm gonna give you my ID. Okay, why do you keep getting close to me? I feel uncomfortable.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm gonna step back, give space. I feel uncomfortable.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you my ID just because I don't want no problems. But this is not fair.
Let me finish. Just be quiet.
At one point, the cop actually told the guy to be quiet and let him cop-splain. It became clear at this point that the cop got very nervous. He certainly didn't hope that he was going to be met with quite a bit of resistance when he and his colleague first came up to this man hoping to bully him into submission. The man was patient enough to let him finish and then went on to explain that he was working on someone's car with permission of the car's owner. He also reminded the cops that when they ran the tags, it came back to the same person, meaning that there weren't any problems. But the cop didn't like that explanation and even had the guts to call this man uneducated.
Be quiet and let me explain, okay?
Okay.
So say we get your ID, right? Say we got someone's ID for a suspicious person, right? They leave.
Okay.
We're on our way. Just like when you give us our ID, all right, we're clear, we're out, right?
Okay.
And but then say next day people are like, oh, we got a guy breaking into our house, white male, blonde hair, blue shirt. And I stopped with you because we're walking on the street, right?
Okay.
You're suspicious. We got the suspect now, okay? That's why we do suspicious person approach.
So you're saying you're saying if I give you my name, so here's my problem, and I got this recording just to let you know. I've been back here. I got permission. I told him whose truck it was. Okay, he called in on the radio. He ran the tags. It came back to the same person. I got the jumper cables out. I got the fuse box off. I'm working on this man's car. I've been out here earlier this afternoon. Okay, and I came back. So this is recording this, so you know, for educational
fine,
purposes, okay?
Yeah, we're trying to educate
And my
you,
safety, for my
obviously you're
safety.
uneducated,
No.
okay?
Oh, now I'm uneducated.
Because
You see, now I'm uneducated.
Because
Now
we're
I think it's a violation.
we're trying to explain-
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this. I told you I'm gonna give you my ID, okay? I'm gonna give you my ID, and you're gonna run my name,
And
and,
then
you'll have my information,
Then
and
we'll
you'll write
run.
it down. So if somebody breaks in this business one day, you're gonna be like, oh, this dude was back.
No.
You just
Now
said
you're
that.
twisting my
No,
words.
you just said
Now you're
that.
twisting my words.
But that's what you just said. But
I
that's
said
my
that
fear.
night, if
That's
someone-
my fear.
I said if someone broke in to houses matching that description,
Of course.
and then I was out with them, they can be a suspect.
So any black dude that comes
I
back
never
here, you be
said
like,
black.
man.
Now you I never said
Well,
black.
I'm black.
Okay.
Okay, I'm black.
Okay.
And if
I'm
somebody
Middle
breaks in the
Eastern.
business
I'm
and it's like a
Middle
black, we seen a black dude running from over there,
No. Okay. No.
he could be like, you know what? Let's go question Scott because I'm gonna give you my name. My name is Scott Hardiman. And you can run it. You can look at my picture. Okay. I don't have to. I can give you my name. I don't have to show you ID. Rightfully, I give you my name. I give you my first and last name.
And day of birth. That's law. Either ID or name and day of birth.
I give you my first and last name. You
And
can write
day
it
of birth.
down.
That is the law, man.
You can run it. And look, I got. And you see my.
believe you.
If you see, if you don't believe me.
I do, but
you don't believe me. He doesn't believe me.
Why would I swear, bro? I believe you. But
You
I'm
don't
still-
believe me,
you make
and
my
it's not
job harder.
fair. And I don't make your job harder. I'm a citizen, man, and I'm out here doing that. I'm working on a man's car. So why would it be? He's taking my name and number. I'm gonna file a complaint formally, and I got FOP tags, okay,
That's fine, man.
on all my cars for turnover police, and I don't have those for no reason.
The man had enough of their shenanigans and just told them his name and gave them his ID. Somehow, the cops weren't satisfied with that either, so they kept harassing the man. He had no problem explaining everything to them one more time, but they just didn't believe him that he had permission from the owner of the truck. The man then called them out by saying that they were harassing him based on his skin color. One of the cops swore that wasn't the truth, but the man wasn't buying that. In the end, after realizing that they got nothing on this man, they finally left him alone.
It's not normal for people to be working out.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
I get
That's
it.
all it is.
Sir, I totally understand. And he asked me that, and he told me, and you guys be a good judgment of who looks suspicious, who's up to no good, and if he's telling the truth. He said, okay, and he turned around right here.
So hear me out, man.
Yeah.
You give us your ID, we identify who you are, and we're out of here.
Yeah, but I understand.
We're not gonna be here.
But I should have to give you my ID. Is my point. That's why I put my video
But at
camera
this
out.
point, you're in a business a parking lot. Nobody's back here at this time.
He's
of
just
night.
checking on it. I got permission to be here. I got the I'm the owner of the truck.
We
He
don't
asked
know
me,
that, though.
but now, if I didn't know if I didn't give him the owner of the truck's name, I understand that. But I gave him the owner of the truck's name. It's all on video, and it came back as the
We don't
owner of
know
the
that.
truck.
We don't know if you have permission to be back here or not.
Oh man, I got
You don't know the owner too, man.
Yeah, I don't.
promise
the owner who?
You said the owner of the truck.
I gave him the name.
Which is what?
Who's the owner of the truck?
Ask him.
business
It came back.
does
Ask
he work
him.
back here?
He
No.
works here. Ask him. Man. So,
Okay.
dude, come on, man. This is a lot, man. This is a lot.
I swear to God.
If
I'm
I was
gonna be
white,
honest-
would
I'm
they
gonna
be acting
honest,
like this? This is
100%
crazy,
honest.
man.
Listen, man, Scott. I'll be 100% honest with you, right? We do this to everyone, okay? I don't care if you're white, black, Asian, yellow, pink. I don't care. We treat everyone exactly the same, man. Okay? I swear to God.
Man, that's cold, man.
Okay.
Let me close this dude's truck
Okay.
down, man. And then look, man,
I'm not-
look.
I'm-
So now I gotta go into the owner tomorrow and be like, hey, man, this happened and this happened and this happened. And this shouldn't happen, man.
But then my thing is, okay, so you're a citizen, correct? You're a
Man.
citizen, right?
Yeah.
What do you want us police officers to do?
Hey, I totally get you guys checking this out. I totally get it checking it out. But then once you said it and you believed me, you turned around and you started fishing some more. Like I don't even look like I'm doing anything up to no good,
Dude,
man.
I came here. We tried to figure out what was going on. We got your info now. We got you ran.
You got me ran. You ran a 50 on me. You hear that, people? And I look. Like I said.
Everybody.
Can I get your name? Can I get your name? Can
Everybody
you say
that
your
we
name?
come in contact
Can you say
with,
your name and
Everybody
Oh,
we
here,
come in
you want my
contact
card? I
with.
will go get it.
No, I want you to say your name and badge number. Can you?
Here,
I'm
I got
Officer
you.
Musa.
I got my card.
Officer-
here.
370.
Muso 370.
Yes, sir.
And you?
Officer Altenberger 369.
And you, sir?
Officer Luoma 368.
I got all y'all
Oh,
on
my
video,
business
man.
card?
Just for my
It's
protection.
fine.
You're on video too, man.
I know. Hey, man. Hey.
You're on video, too.
That's good. I'm glad. I
Just
feel.
so you
I feel
know.
more protected. I
Everybody's
feel
on
more.
video
That's
right
good.
now.
All right, Scott.
All right, man.
I'm sorry.
I'd rather not shake your hand. Nope, I'd rather not shake your hand, man.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you feel that way.
Let me lock this man's truck up, okay?
You have a good day.
All right.
If you need anything, call at us.
Well, you'll be hearing from me.
Here we have a seemingly polite cop acting all nice, asking a man about his well-being. When the man told him that he didn't call him, which further implied that he didn't need any help from him, the cop still asked him if he wanted to talk to him. He explained to the man that he wasn't detaining him, to which the man replied that if he was detaining him, he would sue him. The cop said that he was just engaging in conversation and there wasn't any reason for a lawsuit. But the man, using the cop's own logic, told him that there wasn't any reason for him to detain him. The cop then confirmed that the man wasn't detained and proceeded to ask him one more time if he wanted to talk to him. When the man told him that they were talking at that very moment, the cop got confused and even said as much. Well, at least he was being honest. When the cop realized that the man didn't want to answer any of his questions, he had no other choice but to wish him a good day.
You don't want to talk to me, sir?
I didn't call you. I think she called you.
No, that's okay. I'm talking to you, though. I know she called me. I'm not talking to you.
So I didn't call you, so I must not have no need for you.
So you don't want to talk to me? It's just a simple yes or no question, sir. I'm not detaining you. I'm just seeing if you'll engage in conversation.
I hope not. You don't, unless you want to be sued.
Well, there's nothing to sue me for. I'm just engaging in conversation.
Well, there's nothing to detain me for.
You're not detained.
I'm just using your own logic.
That's okay. No problem. So you don't want to talk to me?
I'm talking to you right now.
Now I'm confused.
Man, nothing gets by you.
Is there a reason that you're filming? Again, just conversation. You don't have to engage if you don't want to.
Beautiful day, huh?
All right. Are you on parole or probation or anything like that, sir?
Are you, sir?
I'm not. Are you? All right. You have a good day. It was nice to meet you.
A man got pulled over by a cop, and when the cop asked him about his driver's license, the man wanted to know the reason for the stop. The cop said that it was because he was flipping him off. The man didn't deny it and just asked him if there was a law against it, to which the cop replied that it's considered aggressive driving. When the man called him out and said that he can't be the complaining party here, the cop was surprised to hear it. Then the man asked for the supervisor, and the cop revealed that he was the supervisor. He also wanted the man to recite him the statute, but the man just didn't care about that and said that he could flip him off if he felt like it. Then he demonstrated it, and the cop couldn't do a thing about it.
You have your driver's license on you, please?
What'd you stop me for?
All right, I stopped you because when you drove by me back there, you stuck your middle finger up the whole time you was driving by me. You think I didn't see you?
Yeah, I knew you seen me.
What was that for?
I mean, is it against the law? Is there a law against that?
It's a form of aggressive driving. You know the
No,
Georgia
sir, it's
statute
not.
of aggressive driving is?
No, sir. You can't be a complaining party in that.
I can't be a complaining
No,
party
sir,
in
you
aggressive
can't.
driving? Where's
No.
that written in the statute?
You want to get your supervisor out here?
Supervisor, just to let you know. You don't see
Then
the
I'm gonna need
license
somebody.
order?
No, I didn't see you. Didn't.
This is who you get. So
Okay.
if you want to tell me what the statute is, go ahead and recite me what the statute is.
I don't need to
Tell me
recite
what
the statute. I need to tell you your job.
No, you don't need to.
I can
I'm
flip you
asking
off all I want to. You see that right there?
You're driving a vehicle and you're distracted driving by doing that.
I was looking at the road. I can do this all day long, sir.
The man then pulled out his ID and said he was going to give it to the cop despite the fact that he didn't have to because it was an unlawful stop. Then, if that wasn't enough, the man dared the cop to write him a ticket, but the cop had a problem with the man's language, which is why the man reminded him once again that he can't be a complaining party because that is considered freedom of speech. The man then explained that he could flip him off all day long because of the unlawful stop. The cop actually said that the man needed to get educated, despite him being the one who doesn't know the law. The man revealed that he does it all the time and dared the cop once again to write him a ticket and get this stuff over with. When he wrote him a ticket for the aggressive driving, the man said that they were going to see each other in court.
I don't have to give you my ID. I don't have to give you my ID because this is an unlawful stop. 100% unlawful stop. I can flip you off all day long. All day long.
Like, what did I do to deserve that from you?
All of y'all deserve that.
All of us deserve that?
Until I know different. Yep.
So
Okay. Doesn't matter whether you did or not. I will do this all day long if I want to.
Okay. You're not going to do it while you're
100% right.
driving. I'm just
You want to write me a ticket for it?
I can. I don't
No. Write me. I dare you to write me a ticket. License, insurance, registrations on the back. Write me a ticket, mother.
See, look at the
Write me a ticket, mother. Write me a ticket. Write me a ticket.
You changed the whole
I'm
thing by
waiting.
calling me a mother.
Can I go in?
You cannot get out of the car.
Okay, let's go. Get this shit over with.
Now
Freedom of speech. You can't be a complaining party in a disorderly conduct.
I can't be a
You absolutely cannot. I can cuss all day in front of you. There's no kids around. There's nobody else. You cannot be a complaining party in the state of Georgia on a disorderly conduct. Go check the law.
About disorderly conduct.
Well, you said I changed the stop. Write me a ticket.
You did because now
Write me a ticket.
And you're calling me a mother. Like I'm saying to you. Like I'm trying to educate you if you give me an opportunity.
You're the one who needs an education, obviously, Sarge.
Okay. So, all right. Then let me know which part I need to educate on so that I can educate myself.
That anybody can flip you off. This is 100% the First Amendment. As I will sit here and do it with my car running and driving past you as I did. I do it all the time. I do it to state troopers just to see if a motherfucker is going to be stupid enough to stop me for it. So there it is. Write me my fucking ticket and let's get this stop over with.
All right, so look, I'm going to do as you said. I'm going to give you the ticket for aggressive driving.
Appreciate you.
I went ahead and got a
Corporal,
case number.
you don't let him write me a ticket for flipping him off?
He's my sergeant.
Sergeant?
Yeah.
You don't let him write me a ticket for flipping him off? Aggressive driving. Okay.
So that's what I was trying to do.
It's not aggressive driving, but we'll see it in court. I'll see you in court.
So
I don't need a second. Let me sign it and let's go.
Right.
Let's get shit over with.
In the end, the man got out of his car and told the cop that he was dismissed. It's safe to say that this particular cop would think twice before making another unlawful stop, because karma might hit him like a ton of bricks like it was the case here.
3 of y'all, because I flipped somebody off. 3 of y'all for this. 3 of y'all for this. It took 3 of y'all? It took 3 of y'all? I'm not getting myself in trouble. I can stand here all day long and do this. Get the out. Kick rocks. Emerson, kick rocks. You're dismissed. You're dismissed. You're dismissed.
Here we have a man, an absolute legend, by the way, completely owning this cop on a traffic stop. It seems like he's got quite an experience educating ignorant cops. He tried to hand the cop his license and registration at once, but that wasn't enough for this cop, and he asked him to roll down his window. The man refused to do that, and the cop just had to accept that fact and take the man's documents. Then he wanted the man to spell his last name out for him. The man refused to do that and told him that his last name was in his documents. The cop went on asking this man questions, but he refused to answer every single one of them. When the cop wrote the man a ticket, he asked him once again to roll down his window, and when the man refused to do that, he just threw the ticket inside. In the end, the man asked if he was free to leave, and another cop confirmed it.
Yes, sir. Roll your window down for me, please. I can hear you just fine. So I'm going to have to ask you to roll the window down. I can hear you just fine, officer. There's my license. To roll the window down, please. I can hear you just fine, officer. There's my license. There's my registration. Or my insurance. Is there some reason you can't roll the window down? I saw you roll it up. I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions. You don't answer questions? That's correct. What's the reason for that? I don't answer questions. Do you want my license and registration or not? Pronounce your last name for me. I don't answer questions. I'm gonna need you to pronounce your last name. I don't answer questions. It's there on the license. Actually, I think it said 40. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's 30. You're pretty sure or you're positive? You're pretty sure or you're positive? I can argue with you. All right, well, I'll just turn around and I'll check. Here's your information. You want to hand it to me, please? That's as far as I'm Would you please stick it through the window? I'm not going to do that, Mr. Stewart. All right, well then, I don't know what to tell you. Sounds like we're going to be on the side of the road a long time. Well, I guess so. Give me another opportunity to take your information, Mr. Stewart, and roll your window down so I can hand you the citation. You can pass it right through here. Thank you. That's not going to work. Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm willing to take it right here. Would you please give this to me, or are you not going to give me the ticket? Officer, am I being detained or am I free to go? I am being detained? Am I being detained? He won't answer me. Mr. Suter, here's your copy. Thank you. Court date is June 6th. June 7th at 2 o'clock.
Thank you. Am I free to go now? Am I free to go? I'm not being detained any longer?
Nope.
All right, thank you.